Hey, Nate. Don't mind me, I'm eating crackers. I'm nauseated. Hey, Deb. Other than nauseated, just Ducky Bubba. Hey, Dee Dee. Maybe, hey, Karen. I feel like I'm sitting on the floor here. That's better. Hey, Susie. Arnetta. Joni, Rebecca, Jill. Hey, Deanna, Nora. Okay. Thank you, Joni. Yeah. See, I don't go in my city because I know the police and how they are here. They're already nasty and salty. I have to make sure I'm available for my son. Right, Nate? I didn't hear that, but yeah, they're not wrong. But there's M of the A of the G of the A's out there that literally verbalize it. They don't care. So that tells you what kind of people they are. Well, at least you got there, Karen. Wilkes Barre, Deb. Pennsylvania's beautiful. Hey, Nellie. How you doing, sweetie? Oh. Well, good for you, Nora, marching for breast cancer. Good for you, honey. Hey, Betty. And our other Deborah H. Oh, thank you, Lori. Where's my ding-a-ding? Wait for one more moderator to come in, and then we can all say thank you. That works too, Deanna. And plus I don't do good in crowds. Oh, no. No, I get claustrophobic. And too much energy all at once. Oh, good for you. You're still watching. Good. I'm happy for you guys. I just can't do the NFL right now because they bent the knee. Oh dear, Susie. It's a shame you can't. If remember, Lori gifted a membership to Kay. Thank you, Lori. I think that's for a month. Hey, there's Karina. Hey, Karina. Hey, Joe. They just did it to placate him, Nate. He was asking for more than that. So Mega Karen says, and that's MEGA, not mega, mega. Let's clear that up right now. 7 million people, no violence. Yeah, Lori, I mean, that's what he's about, is extorting money. Remember, his spirit team, I forget, someone we channeled, or spirit team said that Junior is really running things, along with one other person, I can't remember who it was, and the short Nazi there. Hey, Linda Splinterfoot. Hey, Gaia. Sorry about that, hon. Yeah, Karen. I know, Lori, but he's in severe denial. Well, up until recently, he has been mentioning his own passing. He knows he's not long for the earth. Thank the gods and the goddesses for that. Yeah, right. Guy said, just don't call me late for dinner, or late for the chat. I get called Sheila, Shirley. Hey, Nancy. I know, Lori. One of my favorite phrases is freaking spell check. Hey, sane VSB fan. I do try to keep it short. If your actual name isn't in there, I tend to use the first actual word in your handle. Okay. Hey, T Sweet. Well, yeah. I mean, it wasn't the protesters causing violence anyway, right? And what was it once? That was I think it was the Glacier Gang caused violence, or the military. I can't remember. It might have been the military, because I remember feeling shocked. And I had to remind myself, you got MAGAs in military too. Hey, E-Grove. Pretty soon, this coming week, E-Grove, I'm gonna send you some money for biscuits from Aunt Shelley for the puppies. Yep, Halloween's coming. Got my bats and my skeletons. Anita. Oh my goodness. Excellent, Dar. Yeah, they're yes men and sycophants, and if it benefits me, I'll agree to it. And if you can benefit me, I'll fall in love with you. Yeah, 7 million. I bet you, though, there was more than 7 million. I'm pretty sure there was probably Spirit Team's telling me more like 10 million. It's hard to account for that amount of people. You're not late, Godspet. You're fine, honey. Earthquakes, huh? Yeesh. I'm sorry. Yes, it did make a big impact, E-Groove. I'm seeing handles, Dar. Nate, Spirit Team still said body doubles. And I'm not, I can't. I cannot. I choose not to disagree with that. Yeah, he's not rage posting, Karen. His sons know how he posts. That's easy enough to fake. As long as you put your energy towards those protests, E-Groove, you're good. Oh, thank you, Gaia. Gaia sent 1 month gift membership. Chemical Squirrel got that. Now that's random, you guys. Okay. Hey, Karina. Yeah, Karina, the doubles, yeah, they can't possibly keep it all straight. All the things that they're supposed to do, all the orders they're given. Desert flower, I think not, because it takes time to organize those. Dar, some Spirit Team saying 1 to 3 on the body doubles being disappeared. Because when it comes out that he's actually passed, then the fake VP takes his place for a minute, I think. Maybe. I'm getting conflicting. Now, hold up. I don't want to lie to you here. Okay, up until about 2 weeks ago, they were saying that Spirit Team was saying that Couchman was going to be taking his place, and now I'm not hearing that. Hey, Deborah's Blue Tarot is here. Hey, girl. I love you too, honey. Keep it in the present, Anita. Everybody send your good juju to Anita. She's experienced a lot of loss in the past few months. Hey, Anne. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Deborah. Dingy, 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 ding. Okay, so can everyone also say hello and thank you to our moderators, Nate Baker and Karina? I don't think they're all going to fall out of windows. No, Dar. I think that it's going to lose its gumption. That removing them, disappearing them, it's going to lose its gumption. Once it's public that he's not around anymore, it deflates that balloon, so to speak. Yes. Visit Deborah's Blue Tarot at 4 p.m. Eastern today for her live. I know I'm just giving everybody orders, one right after the other today. And it's already made a difference. We had 2 timeline shifts on Monday, this past Monday, in a row, within a few hours of each other. And I don't want to, I don't want I don't want there to be any confusion on what happens when, right, in this situation, what happens when, alrighty then, 10 of Cups. What happens when there's a timeline shift? It doesn't mean that stuff gets moved up, that the timelines get moved up. It means that stuff comes quicker. That's what I'm trying to say. The announcement of him being gone, that comes quicker. Because I remember Spirit Team, again, a few weeks ago, it was the fake VP was going to take his place. And the past couple of weeks, though, it's been that our Flower Queen was going to take his place. Hold on. Yeah, we're working on that corroboration there, Deborah and I. Deborah's got something coming up that she needs to do, so it's going to be a month or 2. So Deborah's Blue Tarot wants to know if I agree that, yeah, absolutely. Been saying that for months. Yeah, I absolutely believe that. Not so much on ice, I mean, so to speak, yes, but being kept alive. Because Spirit Team keeps saying his soul is hovering. Because he's like, all right, enough already. Did what I was supposed to do. Let me go. Anyone who can override SCOTUS? No. The only thing that can override would be, and Deborah's Blue Tarot can let me know if I'm right. The ICC. Okay. It would have to come by way of international sources. We love you too, Nate. Well, Gaia, we're working on that. The whole system's being torn apart for a reason. I mean, we sit here and we complain and moan and get upset and have little temper tantrums over, oh, the government's being torn down. It needs to be torn down. This debauchery, the lying, the hiding things, this isn't new. It isn't new. I mean, some things need to be hidden from us, but not everything. Oh, there's supposed to be Allison. Allison wants to know if there's an October surprise. So look, we got the 10 of Cups, you guys. That is a fresh emotional start, or the ending of emotional turmoil. Thank you, Karina. Love me some bats. I had one in my house last summer. It was so cool. Poor thing was scared to death. Yeah, Lori, and the Constitution needs to be updated too. And as I always say, the first thing that needs to be changed, no one with a criminal record gets to be president or dog catcher. Can't even run. Period, point blank. Look at that, 8 of Cups. Walking away from an existing situation, walking away from what doesn't serve anymore. This is my Purple Rose Tarot. Purple Rose, you guys. Yeah, Karina. I remember, where was I? I must have been in California. I went to what did I go to? like an aquarium or a zoo, something like that. And there was this bat that was as big as I was. He was huge. Right, Dar. I mean, that's why we're always coming up with that tower card. Hey, Kiba. So Nate says that our flower queen and her husband were protesting as well. Deanna, my little Chihuahua, I used to tell her she looked like a bat. Because she had little bat ears in the eyes, the almond-shaped eyes. That's a good question, Dar. Thank you, Linda. Ding, ding, ding. I appreciate you, Linda. And thank you for subscribing, all of you, with your subscribes and your likes and your comments. Gaia says she jumped to the end of Kamala's book because she needed the last piece of info. Well, good. Bernie and Jasmine and ALC are the only one with a set of cojones. Yeah, I figured so. Is she done with her book tour? Which president will? Oh, thank you, Dee Dee. Yeah. Help me out there. Until November. Okay. Thank you, Nate. Until November for the book tour. The government's going to be reopened before President Harris gets in there. There's going to be a lot of pressure. So I want to remind everyone, there's a reason why the Democrats aren't fighting harder for the good, or there's a reason why they didn't really go against the shutdown, and that's because they know that well, there was the regime wanted the let me see, what was it, in the Medicaid and the Medicare to be taken away. That was part of the agreement. That was part of keeping the government open, and the Democrats refused. Yeah, Dar. Timing. The book tour ending before she takes her rightful place. Let's check the pendulum on that for is Al Green. I was wondering the same thing the other day, but it doesn't take much to get me distracted, so I forgot to ask. All right. Spirit team, say hello. Okay. Clearance center. Thank you. Is Al Green still moving on the impeachment of Rob Roast? Yes. Sally, you're absolutely right. You're still here. We are still here. Okay, that articles of impeachment being filed this month is not true. It's not true. I'm not finding it. Doesn't matter which search engine I use, it's not coming up. People are saying because of that players, whatever, channel. See, when I'm done with something, I completely walk away from it. I can't even remember the name. Players Unlimited, I think. So because that guy is stirring up a lot of chaos. Okay, so my spirit team just told me that person on that channel is stirring up that chaos because he's not really on. He's not. He's a MAGA. Okay, he's getting paid to do that to start chaos. Jack Smith has not filed anything right now. He will. Maybe. I don't think he's going to have to. Hey, WP. Thank you. The Hermit. Lantern to light the way, one step at a time. Hey, Clarence, there you are. Thanks for showing up, honey. Yeah, Allison, he's a hypocrite. We know that. You know what I mean? Everything he says is that finger pointing thing he does, that projection. I'm going to blame you or accuse you of doing things that I do. So you don't pay attention to me because you're too busy being angry because I accuse you of something you're not really doing. Gets old after a while. Yeah, Deanna, but okay, so I'm being told that the idea is to file paperwork or to impeach, okay? To indict, actually. But I don't think he's going to have to get that far. And then he's going to have to change his focus over to other people in the regime. Exactly, Allison. Thank you. Projection equals confession. Oh, you got that right, Nancy. Holy guacamole. That guy's on my last nerve. McConnell. Him and Nancy. 27 federal agents tear gassed by The Glacier Gang. Well, you know, they had to do something because they just can't control themselves. They have to do something nasty. Ooh, Nate. Yeah, I don't do Instagram. What's she keeping us updated on, Nate? At this point, a peach. That's, well, Candyman. Yeah, I mean, seriously. But the thing is, if Jack Smith did impeach or does indict Rump Roast, if that was possible, this is why it's taken so long, because for anybody to act on this stuff, because it has to be foolproof. There can't be any loopholes, and I say that all the time. Can't be any loopholes in an indictment. Not with Rump Roast, because he squirms his way out of everything, slithers his way out of everything. That's all right. You know what happens to people who never, ever feel a consequence for their actions? Sooner or later, they have their comeuppance, and oh my goodness, I wouldn't want to be in a 100-mile radius of that person. Chuck Grassley, not familiar with Chuck Grassley, Deborah. Oh, Deborah H. Not if he's in a coma, Kay. And that was removed a couple of months ago. March. Oh, March. We do love Bernie. We'll have to do a reading on Bernie. Yeah, Nate, she is definitely campaigning. And there needs to be rules about campaigning money too. Exactly, Lori. Jack Smith will not do anything until it's exactly the way it's supposed to be. Oh, lucky you, Debbie. My senator doesn't do anything. Debbie P says that Bernie is her senator. Yeah, McTurtle. What's the matter? Not turtly enough for you? Allison, that's how I feel, that she's putting herself out there to be seen so people can reconnect with her. Yes. Karina. Karina said they had to remove the ankle bracelet because it was cutting off the circulation, because they don't make ankle bracelets in elephant size. Oh my goodness. Ace of Wands, look at that. New movement. Forward. Quickly. Things changing quickly. I believe that we will celebrate Christmas blessings as well, Kate. Absolutely. Oh, I better put up my sign. Entertainment purposes only. 3-1 Atlas, or 3-eye Atlas. What do they say about it? What they're telling me about it, I'm having a hard time discerning it. Okay, understand, I'm an energy worker. I decipher energies. Okay. Okay, thank you, Spirit Team. So 3-eye Atlas, okay, is not a spaceship, okay. However, our space friends and relatives and family are using that to their advantage as far as helping us. And that's all I'm getting. There's no specifics. Nate, yeah. Spirit Team said that she was actually going to run in 2028 again against MTG. MTG's not going to win that election. Yes, Allison. Unfortunately, rump roast is the catalyst for change. Yeah, I saw that, Karina. Jane Goodall saying that she thinks that the rump roast and the space cadet need to get on a rocket by themselves and get out of here to find another planet to live on. You're fine, Terry. Not late here. Dar, I know they're not gonna. No, because when she's back in, she's gonna go until 2028. They don't want to mess with that piece of the elections. Yep, lots of good changes. Jane S. King of Pentacles. So we had the Ace of Wands, which is fresh movement forward. The King of Pentacles generally talks about rump roast. And since I'm in a bit of denial here and I don't want it to be about rump roast, it is about rump roast. But that the Ace of Wands is significant with that. So we're going to put those two cards together. The Ace of Wands is significant. New movement forward. A change. And Tony, I was all over that one. I never watched the news, but I watched the news during Papa Joe's campaigning. Too early to tell with the about Papa Joe's cancer treatments and how he's responding to the radiation. It's too early. Spirit Team says to talk about to check that this early next week, Tuesday. Well, he can pull out of the campaign. He can pull out of the race, Nate, for governor. We've talked about this. He's got someone that he trusts to do the right thing that can take his place. VP Walls. Pick that up for Shelley. Oh yeah, okay. All right. Will Governor Walz be vice president next to Kamala Harris presidency? In Kamala, next to her. Will she be his VP or he be her VP? He'll be okay. Right. Anita, yeah, by the time we get there, the elections will be safe. The November one is iffy. That one's iffy. Exactly, Allison. Dar Ellison, look at the comment right above yours, Jared. So the upside downs. 4 of Wands. Okay, so we pulled the King of Pentacles. Unfortunately, that is about rump roast. But we pulled the 4 of Wands reversed. And I don't really do reversed. I am doing it more and more lately, though. So that's my happy home, happy family card. So with the King of Pentacles or rump roast, no happy home, no happy family. Knight of Wands. Knights complete a task. They are also either military or judicial. The pendulum, I've had that for a minute. That's my lapis lazuli pendulum. Nate, yeah, the swing states, all of them did get tampered with. That was the biggest piece of the alleged contest pilferage. It doesn't matter who's running for what as far as Tim Walz. He'll figure it out. That's what Spirit Team keeps telling me, that he'll figure it out. Even if his department governor is considering running for the Senate, it'll be somebody else. Joni, I think that the reality is, I like to say I feel like most people on the planet are kind. Not really. It depends on a person's experience. My experiences have not been with kind people. My experiences have been with awful people. However, I have faith and I trust that there are more good people on the planet than there are awful people on the planet. Otherwise, there wouldn't be so many people on board. There's way more people on board the Ascension train than are off the Ascension train. Yeah, I saw that too, Dar. Over 100% voter turnout. And how does that work? The math ain't math in there. I agree with you, Allison. Feminine energy. Sometimes it does, being a female. I have no idea, Terry, why that changed. YouTube's been messing with, they're making changes, apparently. Again. Thank you, Innate. And we have the Knight of Swords. So that's truth being brought to the front, being brought forward. I'm going to check that. I certainly hope not. Contrast. Holy crap. That guy. Will Cuomo become the next mayor of New York? No. Why do people keep calling him governor? He's not the governor anymore. Not that you're wrong. I'm just saying I keep hearing that, and he's not governor anymore. He was asked to leave. Thank you, Jane. We all deserve kindness all the time. I can't tell you how naive I was for most of my life. If I'm nice and do what I'm supposed to do, other people will be nice and do what they're supposed to do. Took me over 50 years to figure out that's not the way that works. Hey, Mary. Well, you're here, honey. That's what matters. Susan. So you're not feeling well. Okay, so did a reading on the shutdown 2 days ago, and their spirit team said it was another 10 days. Again, though, energies change, and free will is the biggest factor in everything. Terry, do you mean if he's out of commission and the public knows about it? Or if he's there? Okay, never mind. I got it, Terry. Sorry. So there's 3 people running things. Donnie Jr. is running things. Miller is running things. And there's one more person. I can't remember who, because I don't remember what I say when I'm making a video, because I'm not even on the planet when I'm making videos. Feel better, Susan, Miss Susan. Hey, 3 ravens. Was it Vote? Thank you, Karina. See, I did not know that. I need you guys for information too. Okay. Will tomorrow on a Sunday? Not that I mind. Susie Wiles was in her way, yeah, Dar. In a way. She's another yes girl, sycophant. She's says whatever is convenient at that time that's going to help her. Yeah, I know. I know, Terry. Don Jr. Yeah. Exactly like his father. No better person to help run the country. If that's what they call it. No better person to help screw up the country even further. Okay. What was I doing? Oh, Congress. Yeah. Wait a minute. The voting tomorrow to open Congress. Well, Congress opened. Will the vote to open up Congress be a yes? Tomorrow's vote. Yeah, okay. That's a yes? Yeah, IMH, me too. That fundamentalist church thing I grew up with. But it gave me a basis for a higher power, so I'm grateful for that piece of it. I think so too, Anita. I'm pretty sure it's Donnie Jr. there running the rants. Will Kamala bring back the special education of the Department of Justice? Yes. Anything that has to do with diversity of any form, including disability, is going to be brought back better. Yeah, he's got issues, IMJ. I'm sorry, IMH. I missed the H in there somehow. IMH. Don Jr. He's a piece of work. Page of Cups, an emotional message, emotional messages coming through. Allison, that sounds about right. 2 AGs and a special secretary of Homeland for Newsom. That sounds right. She's going to need more than she's going to need help. Okay, so I want to clear up the interim government. Thank you, Mary. I want to clear that up. It is an interim government of sorts, but again, it's really about helping her. She can't do all of it. She's got a president too. She can't just fix all the stuff that's been ruined. She has to be a president too. So she's going to have to do presidente things, and there's not enough time in a day for her to do that. She needs help. So that is what the interim government is really going to be. More like, not advisors, someone she can appoint that has power because she gives it to them. Nate, we've checked if Rump Roast was his Baron's father, and he is. Yes, Allison, President Obama does know how to build effective teams, and he's definitely going to be a part of that interim. When are the names coming out from the EPSVIC? Something really big is coming. Really big as in something's big enough that we go, ugh, finally, instead of feeling apathetic towards it. Something that gives us more faith. Okay. Well, those epi files come out this week. Okay. Well, good for Netflix, Karina. Good for Netflix. I guess we don't have to cancel Netflix right now. Jeez, I'm telling you. Teaching us to go without, you know what I mean? All this. Yeah, Anita, and I'm not going to make excuses for Barrett because he is a grown man now. But he is acting out, making very bad choices. Because Daddy taught him that money is what it's all about. Karen, we read on that, Nate, a long time ago. Yeah, Caroline Levitt is in the Epstein files, but she wants her name redacted. And I think that if you're a victim, you should have your name redacted. But see, because she's not in there. Initially, she wasn't in the files because she was doing business with Epi. She was a victim to start. Oh, geez. Will Barron, let's see. Will Barron Trump be arrested for insider trading? Okay. Yes. Yeah, Deanna, I think that's a good choice for them to hold off. Again, I mentioned this in one of yesterday's videos. We're all like, oh my God, we need the truth and we need it right now. We're going to get the truth. We're going to get the truth when it's time for us to get the truth, and we're not ever going to get the whole story. So we might as well just let go of that right now. Oh my God, Allison, that's funny. Prince Andrew did give up his royal title, yes. Because Daddy told him he better. Too late, though. Everybody knows now. Too late. But Daddy said, give it up or I'll take it from you. Do I think Barron is autistic? I can't really say. Not on a personal level. Let me see if I can connect him. I think he's on the spectrum. Yes, Sally, all my cards are purple in this deck, honey. Purple Rose Tarot. Oh, gee, look what's on the bottom. The Tower. Everything's on fire in that tower. Karina, I was thinking the same thing. If they keep blowing up the boats, where's Donnie Jr. going to get his supply? You know what's funny, Nate, is I've heard him say that before. This is what I keep talking about. They are playing clips of past discussions more than once when I can stomach it. When I've been able to stomach it. I have watched, I leave the sound off though, and I read the captions, but I have heard him say something that he's already said concerning something else. But it's like they take these clips of words or phrases that fit at that moment for whatever it is they're supposed to be telling us is real. Mary, that's probably why that idiot RFK Jr. there is all up in arms about autism. He got his idea from that. He got an idea from that. And he just, look, he needs to be on medication. Okay. He's not right. Needs to be on medication. But I think that's where he got that idea from. And he just ran with it because he did. Right, Debbie. He's a hypocrite. He was a hypocrite. We need to start talking about him in past tense, by the way. Me too. Me mostly. We need to start talking about rump roast in past tense. He was a hypocrite. You know what, Susie? He is a prime, Donnie Jr. is a prime candidate for a heart attack. Exactly, Laura. Thank you. Andrew was born into the titles. We did have worldwide protests. He's got a worm in his brain, Nate. Probably shouldn't be drinking that to kill you then. The world, that is endings and beginnings. And you guys, don't forget to click the like button, please. I appreciate it. Yeah, Deborah, the problem with that is he's not as slick as Rump Roast was. Trying to hide it like that and discredit somebody else. He's not as slick as Rump Roast. They're saying $7 million, but Spirit Team's telling me 10 million or more. 11 million. Exactly, Allison. Words are powerful. Oh, Susie, I'm glad you had a good experience, energetic experience. Up north of Michigan, Deb, got on Facebook asking what the King protest was, like they never heard of it. What's up with that? I think it's about time she grew. Laura Loomer. I think it's about time she grew a set. That's what I think. They don't. They're just starting to get back the wrong horse. Yeah, I don't Facebook, Deb, because my experience with Facebook, people are nasty. Okay, I got enough of that around, in the world around me. I don't need to go on Facebook and do it deliberately. Put myself in that position deliberately. Yeah, Laura Loomer, MTG, and Candace Owens. Yes, Allison. Thank you. I've heard those names even from. Okay, help me out here. Who was Papa Joe's Pasaki? Heard it from her. Oh, that's funny, Dar. Pasaki, yes, thank you, Allison. I like her. Oh, the Ace of Swords. Sword of Truth. They only consume Fox. Yeah, Fox isn't gonna broadcast any news that actually means something positive. Well, Nate, yeah, that's one of the reasons I let go of my Messenger. That's the only reason I had the Facebook, really. Well, actually, it is the only reason. I never posted anything. I haven't posted anything on Facebook in 4 or 5 years. No, thank you, Terry. What was I saying? Yeah. So that's the reason I got rid of Messenger too, because I call him Zuckerberg. Bent the knee too. All about money, because you being a billionaire isn't enough for you. Yeah, Deanna. Yeah, she's a good girl. Jen P. Jen Psaki. See now, Allison, I'm not linking my YouTube to my Substack. Only for me, because I'm a creator. I don't want the two linked. Okay, because I'm already having a hard time with freedom of speech here on YouTube. I don't need to deal with that on Substack right now. I'd like to have as much freedom of speech as possible on Substack until something else happens. If something else happens and they start there too with that BS. Six of Swords. Moving along, moving forward, moving on due to clarity. Deborah Hoyt. No, I don't think so, Deborah. I don't think so. I don't think Zuckerberg's going to have to use his bunker. Oh, Nate, thank you, 3 Raven. Now look, your name came up, Nate, just now when you put your comment up, but the donation for the super thanks came up as 3 Ravens. That's weird. Well, I hope so, Allison, because, and it's not because I'm greedy about some subscribers. It's like, I'm busting my backside here. And to be suppressed, that's like a pet peeve for me. Don't suppress me. Don't tell me what to do. Just don't. That's the kind of person I am. It's very frustrating. I don't like it. Letitia James in the indictment. I think, well, nobody wanted to pick up that indictment, really. At first. And nobody definitely wanted to pick up the, oh dear, brain fart. Whatever. They didn't want to pick up the other indictment either. I'm sorry. I'm so bad with names. So bad. But I think that they're going to find, I think that, okay, now hold on. Spirit team said, stop thinking and listen. It's not going to come to anything. Nor is the other indictment of the FBI guy. Thank you, James Comey. I'm so sorry. Names, I'm just not good. Okay. Only got part of a sentence there, Lori. Yeah, Nate, that's... Even lawyers don't read over the entire contract. It's as simple as that. So there was something about she missed this, or she agreed to something. Oh, she's not actually living in the home. Her grandniece is living in the home because she's going to college there. And so what if she's not living in the home? It's her home. Her things are there. Well, Dar, I usually hear something on this side of my head, inside of my head. And then I have to decipher their energy often. It's kind of a mixture. Two of Pentacles. 2. Wait a minute. Isn't that 10? Oh, it's 10 of Pentacles. Thank goodness. 10 of Pentacles. An ending of a power. Yeah, Nate, they're not doing the indictment for her trash talking, or, not trash talking, but her indictment of him, that they're trying to get at her through, because she doesn't live in an extra house that she owns, that somehow she's breaking the law again, which makes no sense because her things are there. Yes, Lori, she's got her grandniece in there. Her grandniece is going to college. Then there was something about money, about how she was trying to avoid paying $18,000. Really? I don't think Letitia James has to worry about $18,000, to be honest with you. Yeah, I agree, Mary. There is no coincidence there. That's what Spirit Team said. We're seeing him for a reason. Even though he's indicted Trump, that's not true. No. Yeah, Deborah, that's why I say it's like $18,000 to her is nothing. Yes, Allison, she petrifies rump roast for so many reasons. First of all, she is a Black woman. So that's 2 reasons in one. A strong woman is scared to death of them. A strong Black woman, a million times more scared to death of them. And she had the nerve to go after him. That's the only reason. That's the only reason. It's just a vendetta thing. It's a retribution thing. Yeah, Lori, there's an awful lot of waste of the taxpayers' money going on right now. No, Allison, you can't make this crap up. What's this? 8 of Swords. Okay, so it came up reversed. Upright, 8 of Swords is going to be information, a lot of information, a lot of movement forward all at once. Okay? Came up reversed. But it doesn't mean that, remember, I got to read the energy of the card. It doesn't mean that there's no information is going to come out. What it means is that stuff that's hidden, the stuff that's hidden is going to come out. Again, not all of it. And you know what? We don't need to know all of it. For what? So we can be angry? There are things we need to know, but there's some stuff we don't need to know. Let's worry about our truth. What's my truth? What's your truth? Okay, Deanna, thanks for showing up, honey. Mary, she's doing her book tour. It is. Her birthday's tomorrow. Oh, boy. We're going to have to do a Kamala reading then. Let me write that down. Yeah, I love that pen. It writes so smoothly. Okay. You're welcome, Mary. Yeah, she's a little busy, but she did protest yesterday. Listen, even if she does disappear, there's a reason for that. Just saying. Suppose I'm going to have to Instagram. The Lovers. Now look, to me, those are two little devils there. Okay. To me, this is about making the proper choice. Finding a balance, making the proper choice. And also, I feel like we need to stop looking at this situation as one side versus another side. Life is rarely black and white. Even when it comes to right and wrong, what's right or wrong for me is going to be different than what's right or wrong for you. So there's really no such thing. It's relative to the individual. So I think we should stop thinking in the terms of it's us against them. It's us against them. Listen, regardless of who they are, they still live on the planet. And if I really want to have peace on the planet, then I have to create peace around me. And I have to stop pointing hatred and anger towards people I don't agree with. They're going to do whatever they do. Haters are going to hate, all that. Posers are going to pose. Nothing I can do about that. So I need to stop focusing on those things. Here it is, collaboration, 3 of Cups. And one more of these, and we'll pull a couple oracles. And that's the Emperor, reversed. Ace of Swords, the Tower. 8 of Wands, reversed. Ace of Wands. Emperor, reversed. The beautiful thing, people. So in other words, away with the Emperor. Emperor, get gone. Okay, let's go pick us up. Okay. Eeny, meeny, chili beanie. The spirits are about to speak. Okay, let's do Soul Symphony deck. Soul Symphony deck. Hey, Miss Angie. Oh, thank you, Taurus. Yeah, some of these decks have some beautiful artwork. All right, I guess we're taking that one. Facade, putting on a front, people pleaser, hidden motives, and weird behavior. I'm going to focus on the weird behavior. It's funny, I just said the word poser. Miss Auntie. Oh, dear, where'd it go? I got it. Can't make this stuff up. Justice, legal matters, divorce, legal papers, court visit. Not for a while, Dar. We're not going to hear about that for a while. And again, by that time, not for nothing, who cares? You know what I mean? It's not going to mean anything. We're looking for all this truth. We're going to get a lot of truth. Okay. But I'm not focusing on whether someone's telling me the truth because I know they're not. So that's just the end of it for me. It's like they're not going to be honest about anything. I have to use my own discernment, my own judgment when it comes to that stuff. When what am I hearing? When I'm hearing something, does that ring true to me? Let's focus on the present. Let's focus on what's going on right now, right in front of us, with our lives. We raise the vibration as a collective when we stop focusing on the BS and start focusing on us, period, point blank. Yes, we need to be informed, but we don't need to have our whole self down in the rabbit hole. I get informed and then I move on. Anything I need to hear, I hear. I don't need to watch the news. I don't need to watch the videos with, bad juju, always bringing the worst possible scenario to us. I must have missed something. Exactly, Debbie. And that's what we got to look at. What are we doing? How are we raising our vibration? Just us. Because humans, we want to worry about everybody else. I got to fix that person. I got to fix this situation. And the only thing we can fix is us. So our best choice is to stop focusing on other people, even if it's out of good intentions. Stop focusing on other people and start focusing on us. Just us. Because as a collective, that will raise the collective's vibration. One person at a time. For to the entertainment of it. Now, these are the arrests of people. You're not going to hear that much about that. National security is what the spirit team just told me. National security. Joni, I agree. I feel like I've been slimed too. Will Kamala expand SCOTUS? No. No, but anybody. Now listen, there's going to be leftovers. When all is said and done, there's still going to be people in those positions and others in the government that fell through the cracks as far as paying their dues for things they've done. So there's going to be a few. How many is she going to replace? At least 2. Yes, Allison, that's a good word, purge. I think you're right, but the way I'm seeing it going down is like this. Some people in SCOTUS are going to be removed almost immediately. Okay. Within a certain time frame because of things that are discovered. Okay. Their part in the taking bribes type of stuff, right? So in that way, that's most of them are removed. But there's going to be a couple in there that fell through the cracks and they were doing dirt. And those will be the ones that need to be replaced. Absolutely, Lori. Absolutely. Members of SCOTUS are allegedly taking bribes. Okay, let me pull a couple more, then I'm going to leave you guys to it. Fired up, furious with rage, building up emotions, overwhelming thoughts, very angry. That's not really us. That's the energies around us. Okay. Unfortunately, negative energy is not more powerful than positive energy, but it is louder. Okay, we all go, oh my God, there's so many megas. No, there's not. They just yell louder. That's all. Well, sometimes, Karina, the trash does take itself out. Well, Dar, what they're going to have to do, they can't really tighten the rules if you tighten the rules, that's great. But if no one's following the rules, what's the point? They're going to actually have to do surveillance on these people. They're going to have to keep these people in line. They're going to have to do things that ensure that these people are not going down the wrong path. Okay? Not necessarily, not bugging their homes or anything, or their phones or anything, but they're going to have to come up with ways that they can keep track of what people are doing. Because now nobody trusts anybody. Well, Sienna, this is one instance where I believe fighting fire with fire is the thing to do. Decisions, holding back, coming toward you, indecisive, procrastinating. Well, thank you, 3 ravens. Children, responsibilities, immaturity. Okay, I feel like something's crawling in my hair. Yep. All right then. One more. Then I leave you guys to it. I said 1. Get away, run away in the sunset, begin an adventure, go on vacation in around winter. We start to see noticeable improvements around winter. Well, Mary, that's great. And last I knew about the voting, yeah, not for nothing, but the Dems need to stop with the polite politics. So anywho, what was I saying? The recount. Yeah. So I heard that Spirit Team tells me that they're, even with the ones that were thrown away, burned, whatever, manipulated, that there will be enough to prove that she won. Physical proof. Oh, thank you, Lori. Thanks for showing up, honey. Ollius, thanks for showing up. I will see you in the funny papers. Yeah, I'll make a video later. Couple. We'll read on, do our Lotus POTUS reading tomorrow since it's her birthday tomorrow. All right. Yeah, we can't do anything about the destroyed ballots. But they don't they do the hand count, but there's also some schematics, as far as voting is concerned, and things that don't make sense, right, with the voting. Okay, so you're telling me, and this is just, it's not a real example or a real thing, but it's an example. So you're telling me that the votes flipped from the red being down at the bottom to the red being on the top in an hour? I don't think so. They don't make any sense. These people do not make any sense. So, all right. Anywho's, I love you guys. I see you later. See you in the funny papers.